Hello and welcome to Healing and Clearing Any Blocks to Living Your Purpose and Next Level You live guided Akashic experience. I'm Katherine, if you haven't met me yet in the group, and I started this group to assist people to really give people opportunity to experience the Akashic records and how they can access guidance and healing and really tap into the Akashic records to assist you to evolve and heal and really fast track your journey and shift to a whole new vibration and levels. So I love assisting people to really step into their purpose and their gifts. I'm passionate about that, and to clear and heal any blocks to doing that. And so here we are. I thought we would share a live guided experience today and give you the opportunity to experience, if you haven't experienced that before, how working with the Akashic energy can really begin to clear and shift your energy. And we'll do an activation at the end where you can get a chance to really shift into that new energy and bring that into every cell of your being, activate that and step into that. So very excited to share with you today. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be anyone on the live yet, so Facebook, you've got to love Facebook. Yeah, so just going with the flow. I might just speak for a moment until a few people join us. So because it's better to be joining at the beginning of the guided experience. So yeah, I maybe just give a few more minutes for people to step in and join us. So the week for me has been a real breakthrough week and shift I've found since clearing the dimensional contracts that I've been working with clearing, which is a next level Akashic work for me, that things have really shifted in a big way. And I'm seeing with many people that they've been I think in the last couple of months, the energies on the planet have shifted a lot, and many people have been struggling, I've seen, especially healers, spiritual entrepreneurs and coaches. So, you know, certainly that was my experience, a real up level of things just not flowing well. Lovely to see you here, Michelle. Just giving a few minutes. I'm just sort of chatting. Karina, lovely to see you here. Just chatting about the week, waiting for a few people to join us, because it's much better to be fully sharing the experience than people joining. Of course, people probably will join halfway through, but just giving a chance for a few more people to join. So I was just sharing about the week, and you know that I feel it's been a couple of months of really up level on the planet of the old energies in the old paradigm really stepping up, and people feeling it, people feeling the resistance. And I was certainly feeling that at a whole new level in my life and business. Things felt very blocked and not flowing well. And so I looked for answers to really shift that energy and shift to a new level vibrationally. And I found, by doing work I haven't done before, working at a new level. And when there are challenges, you know, we can never solve problems at that same level. It's about going to that next level, not the level of the problem, the level of the solution. And so for me, starting to work at other dimensional levels has been enlightening, interesting, you know, whole energy shift to be understanding that, you know, things can be affecting us, that are being contracts we've agreed to, agreements we've made in other lifetimes can actually be held at dimensional levels and blocking us. And certainly as I've shifted and cleared those dimensional contracts, life's flowing again. Things have just shifted hugely from doing that, and I only started doing that in the last few weeks, and things have just is flowing again and helping me to really get that we are, you know, in the last, we're sort of in this, between a foot in both worlds, if you like. There's the old paradigm. We're moving into this new consciousness, new ways of being, completely new ways of living on the planet. And we're still going to navigate the old paradigm. And I think the more that we clear and shift, it becomes easier to embody the new paradigm and new energies and begin to create that. And just, yeah, we're still dealing with the old paradigm and, you know, playing with that, if you like. But I think we can play with it more when we shift our consciousness. So that's been a bit about my week. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is a guided experience about clearing and healing blocks to stepping into your purpose and the next level you. So we'll start with the clearing and healing and then do an activation, which will be like a visualization and embodiment where the energies for the next level you are activated in your cells, in your body, and then you're in that energy. Often we visualize and imagine things in a few, you know, like they're in the future. And like they just keep staying in the future. But when we can be in the energy and embody that and bring that into our being and experience that and start making choices and expressing that, we're already in that energy. It's not in the future. It brings it into the present, that energy shift. So that'll be wonderful to share that with you. Okay, so if you're in a quiet place where you can just take the time to deepen and, you know, relax into quite a deep experience. My guided Akashic experiences are often quite deep. That's just how I work. It's what I bring. So, yeah, if you're driving or something like that, please do listen to this later. It's not appropriate to go into altered consciousness when you are driving. So thanks for listening to that. And so if you'd like to take a deep breath right down into the belly, and letting go of anything you've been hanging on to, anything you no longer need, just really letting that go and feeling yourself just grounding. I think many of us are needing more grounding. So really just as you breathe out, just feeling that sense of just dropping and grounding into the earth energy, as if you're sitting on the earth and you're just relaxing into that earth energy and letting Mother Earth support you. And naturally, just as you let go and release, you're just letting go of anything that you no longer need, that you've been carrying. Just releasing that and letting go of that. I'd like to imagine setting a grounding cord right down to the center of the earth. Imagine there's a crystal at the core of the earth and you can just wrap that grounding cord around that. Just feeling that grounding happening, grounding and connecting with that beautiful earth energy as you ground into that. Almost as if you had roots and you can just, like a tree, and you can just send them down into the soil, into the nice, rich, nourishing soil. And as you do that, you're just releasing anything you no longer need and starting to feel that support and nourishment from the soil. As your roots, metaphorical roots, can just reach deep down into the soil and find whatever they need, any minerals or any different types of nourishment, where the moisture is, where the richness of the soil is, you know, that resources that you're needing to tap into for the next level you, for living your purpose. That in this metaphor, you can actually begin to tap into those in that soil, which is a metaphor for your environment. So the soil, as you imagine having roots going down deep into the soil, they're just reaching down and out wherever they just naturally know, like you know, in an instinctual sense, just where to reach down and out to just find what you need. And just feel that sense of just finding those minerals and that nourishment you need to really nourish your gifts and your purpose. So you're feeling really grounded and supported, because one of the reasons people are not stepping into their purpose and next level you is, welcome if you're just joining, we're just going into the guided experience. Imagine you have roots going down deep into the soil, metaphorical roots, as if you're a tree with roots going down deep into the soil. And the soil is a metaphor for your environment, and just reaching down, as your roots just naturally reach down into the soil, they find what they need. They find the resources, they find the energies, the nourishment, the nutrients. And you can also just release into the soil anything that you no longer need. So you're just feeling really grounded, coming into a really grounded experience. Releasing any worries, any fears, any hanging on, fears that you just have to, often why people aren't moving forward and doing their purpose is a sense of just clinging on, hanging on to what you know, and just hanging on to a lot of stuff that's no longer serving you. So just in this space, just feeling that sense of support and nourishment to begin to let go of what's no longer serving you. Metaphorically, your body knows, your whole being knows what no longer serves you. Letting that go. Just imagine just releasing that, allowing that to just let go now. So your energy is more open, because to move forward requires openness and trust and a sense of safety and support. So allow yourself to just feel those things now. This might be new for you. To feel really grounded, as if the earth is just really holding those roots, holding the root of your being, your foundations, strongly and firmly, and just feeling really nourished by that. And what that's like, to feel just really nourished and held. Like a tree in healthy soil, good soil, is just really nourished and held. And from that place, it can begin to reach out and grow and thrive and reach up and out. But first of all, the roots. And we forget that sometimes. Sometimes we're doing out here, we're being busy, we're trying to do things, but it's just like running on the spot, because we're not feeling that sense of support and grounding from which to actually move forward. So we're just pretending to ourselves that we're taking the actions and wanting to move forward, but there's too much hanging on and fear, so nothing's happening, and you wonder why. Just letting yourself now, and it might even be for the first time, to really feel that sense of grounding and support from the earth. And it's a metaphor for all the support, the spiritual support, the support from the environment, from people around you, every type of resource and support to support you in who you're here to be, what you're here to do. It's actually the most natural thing. It's like the soil's designed to just give that nourishment support the tree needs. So too, you have access to the resources and what you need, because that's how life is designed. It's allowing that and not blocking off to that reaching out, reaching down and seeking those resources, and that allowing yourself to just reach for those and seek for those and connect with those resources and nutrients for that sense of support and nourishment. Nice and grounded. Really feels what's needed this week for many of us. And from that place, just feeling your connection coming in with Source, Divine Creator, however you understand that, coming down through the top of the head, right down through the center of the body, right down into the earth. Let that connection open out and just hold you, enfold you, just bring you into alignment. Correcting anything in the field that's out of alignment, and just bring you into alignment now. And because you're so grounded and feel so supported and nourished, that's easy. That just happens easily and naturally, because you can just let go of anything in the field that you no longer need, any energies, any negative thoughts or emotions, anything you've been holding on to. Just letting it go. Keeping the breath open. That's right, just keeping the breath open. From that place, opening into the love, light and wisdom of the Akasha that's all around us, interpenetrating with the physical and non-physical reality. One thing with the Akashic energy and working with the Akashic energy, the more grounded we are, the more we can open spiritually to receive the high vibrations. It's like that balance of heaven and earth, that we need to be in balance. Just opening into the love, light and wisdom of the Akasha that's all around us. Calling in the Akashic Lords, Masters, Teachers, Guardians and Guides to assist us today. Calling my personal guides, guardians, teachers and angels. If you're just joining us, we're just opening to the Akashic energies. Letting yourself feel very grounded. Releasing anything you no longer need. Just letting yourself just come into this energy that's here for you, holding you and supporting you. Just joining the circle, as if we're just all sitting in a circle and sharing this experience. Just feeling yourself just grounding and settling in. Feeling your connection with Divine Creator Source just coming down through the crown, right down through the body. From that place, just opening to the Akashic energy. Feeling that sense of opening into that higher guidance and wisdom and support. You're feeling supported by the earth. By that real grounding, as if you had deep roots going into very fertile, rich soil, just being held and supported. And from that place, just opening into the energies of the Akasha. It's a very natural opening, because the body is just held so strongly and firmly at the base, at the roots, and you can just open into the Akashic energy and just allowing that to be whatever that is for you today. You might like to call in your guides, only those guides who are for your highest good, aligned with your highest path and purpose. Letting any other guides go, they're not part of this experience. We don't need them here. Only those who are aligned with your highest path and purpose. Right, nice. And we're opening the records. Open the record today for everyone that will listening to this now or at any time. For clearing and healing the blocks to living their purpose and stepping into their next level. For for any insights about that are there for them. Then we'll be doing an activation to step into those energies, to bring in those energies, to activate those energies and embody them. So you're already holding and being in the energy of your next level experience. So it's not something out there, it's something you already just know in your whole being and can embody and begin to make choices and actions from that energy, because everything's energy. So if you're already in the energy, embodying the energy of your purpose, of your next level, fuller, more authentic, soul embodied experience, it just flows from that. What you need to do, how you need to be, just flows from that energy naturally. This is a very natural and unfolding experience. So if you've just joined, just imagine you're just joining a circle, and you can just come in and sit down and be in the energies, letting that be exactly what it needs for you today. And you might see some light, feel some tingling and energies in your body, just feeling, being aware of that Akashic energy, receiving that, because the information from the Akashic records is energetic. It's energetic, and people think that they need to receive words or see some words or pictures. And the truth is, it might happen like that. The truth is that it's just energy. It's just energy. So just allowing yourself to be in this moment in the energy of your purpose, of your soul energy, the energy your soul is here to express and embody, to share and contribute with the planet, with the world, with the community. Just letting that move through you, letting that begin to just unblock and flow. You might like to imagine liquid gold energy coming down and around you, all through the field, like liquid gold rain, just raining down. This is divine golden energy from divine source, divine creator, however you understand and relate to that. And just letting that liquid golden energy coming down and clearing that channel, just like you clear water, a creek, or a creek that's a bit blocked up. So you might like to imagine that just like water that's a bit blocked up. And it's just as the liquid gold comes down, it might have some murky, stagnant energy, some old energies there. And the liquid gold can just come through and begin to clear that, to clear any blocks, any lower energies. Many people have blocks in that flow, in that channel. Blocks that are from old energies and old choices and old stories that no longer serving you. And it's like today you can just choose to release what's no longer serving you, and you might have awareness of that, of something that you're wanting to let go of. We might just feel and sense that flow coming through, and those energies just unblocking, just like just some darker, blocked sort of looking energy, and just seeing that beginning to clear and become clearer, Seeing the energy becoming clearer as the liquid gold really flows through. Really get that flow happening right down through the crown, right down through the whole body. And this energy is like it reminds you of your essence. It releases and cleanses anything that's not your essence, that's not who you are. It just cleanses and releases it. And it connects you, just like you're cleansing off the layers that were hiding, that were covering who you are, who you're here to be, who you naturally are in the essence of yourself, in your being, a divine being that you're here to be and express. And it just got covered over with a lot of like drab looking darker energies often, and old stories and just things that don't serve. So we're just going to let go of whatever you're ready to let go of today. Letting go of layers of that. Just feeling that wash away. Just down into the earth. Just releasing that. Releasing any choices you've made that are no longer serving you. Any contracts and agreements. Contracts and agreements not to do what you're here to do. Not to use your gifts, not to express your gifts. Realizing that you've made those choices at some point. If there's blocks, and for many of us there are blocks, they're blocks we've created, and there's no blame in that. There's just understanding that we make the best choices at the time. But again and again we make choices not to share who we are, not to express our gifts, not to let people see who we are. Choices based on just feeling safe and feeling comfortable. But as you just release these old energies, because they're not you, the stories aren't you, the patterns aren't you, the choices, they're not who you are. They don't express the essence of who you are. So you can just begin to let them go and connect with your essence. Like a bright, sparkling, like a sparkling light at the center of your being, like a sparkling energy and light. That is your essence, that is your being. However you might experience and understand that. It's like this golden light is just nourishing this and waking it up and activating it. Activating that original divine blueprint of who you are and who you're here to be. And we're just going to clear. And the liquid gold continue to just move right through, and it's quite like it's liquid gold, so it really has a substance to it that can just move through the field and clear anything out, move through the body and clear anything out, any blocks, any old energies. This is quite a tangible process. It's not just like energy, it's liquid gold, and you can just really get a sense of the substance of that, how it can just cleanse and nourish. I love that. Cleanse and nourish all that energy, that any blockages that are ready to go, and just allowing yourself to continue to ground down into the earth, as if you had roots going down deep into the soil, and they're just reaching down, feeling supported and nourished. So you can just really ground into this releasing into the earth, whilst feeling so supported and nourished. And just letting go and releasing, feeling that liquid gold, just releasing and letting go. Intending that to continue as we start to just activate and wake up the divine blueprint, the remembering of who you are, who you're here to be, your soul's purpose, and activating that in the essence of your being activating that divine soul blueprint and clearing any old energies, anything that's been corrupted and distorted, and just all of those older energies. It's as if the divine blueprint's made of codes, and we're just going to just see those original codes being activated, and anything else just like lifting up and moving out of that. So just restoring and correcting that original divine blueprint that supports you expressing your essence, expressing who you're here to be, what you're here to do at a soul level. I'm just going to make some sound to support that. Letting that liquid gold to continue to move through. Because everything that has ever been created has a divine blueprint of how it's here to be and express itself. And it's just often become corrupted and, you know, blocked up. The energies are blocked. It's like a distortion, so you can't make out the pattern properly. So we're just going to activate the light in the divine blueprint and activate the memories of the original blueprint, and releasing, intending just to release anything else that's there, any old energies, old patterning, any codes that don't belong there, just releasing them and letting them go. Rattle has often been used to, yes, it's getting quite musical. A rattle has often been used to clear old energies. So we'll just imagine the sound just clearing and releasing any old energies, like it's just dispersing them off into the atmosphere. Anything that's not supposed to be there, that doesn't belong there, just releasing it. I felt the shift. Just releasing any attachments. Often a lot of things attached to old energies, so just releasing anything that's attached that doesn't belong. Just imagine releasing that and letting that go. You might notice that you feel lighter. Letting that liquid gold continue to just nourish and release down into the earth. You might notice that you're just feeling lighter and feeling a real energy shift. I'm feeling that the energies are just still needing to clear around the base chakra, especially. Just letting that liquid gold really move through the base chakra. The energy of the group's feeling much lighter and clearer, but I just still feel around the base a lot of heavy energy around the base chakra, which makes sense. That's our survival. A lot of choices that are blocking us are survival choices. And it can be helpful to understand those, why we've made them, what are the choices we've made. And that might come to you now, just giving yourself the opportunity to remember, to realize some of the choices you've made that have been blocking you and stopping you, choices to not be visible because people might see you, and often we don't realize these survival choices are very hidden often, and very they just seem how life is. They feel comfortable, and there can be choices to just not express who we are in case people criticize or judge us or reject us or even ostracize us from the community. Many of us have experienced this, being ostracized for doing our purpose, sharing our gifts, speaking our truth. What are you ready to let go of? This is not true anymore. This was a past choice and decision that you made that served you. And now it's just old energy, an old choice that's just stuck, stagnant energy. What are some of those choices for you? To keep doing what you know instead of allowing yourself to explore something new, to get it wrong, to make mistakes, to learn. Because the soul's not here to do the same thing, the same thing, the same thing ad infinitum. It's not here to do that. We're here to grow, to learn, to move into the new. And just I'm feeling that energy is releasing and letting go now. And what are those choices, some of those choices you've made to sacrifice yourself for others? To sacrifice who you're here to be, what you're here to do, that's a big one. So many of us do that, I'm a mother. Many of us might be mothers or have partners, and, sacrificing that for, being there for other people, and that's a beautiful thing. But when we continue doing that and use that to stop ourselves from really doing and being what we're here to be, it's sad. It's a missed opportunity to just be the person you're here to be. And that actually enriches, and it enriches life for others. When it gives others permission to do the same. As you express more of you, you wake that up in the people around you. Would you want the people around you to not express who they are or do what they're here to do? Yeah, exactly. Really honor yourself, to be there for yourself, to honor yourself and honor your truth. These are the things that can stop us, and just realizing that makes us feel safe to do that too. This is safety. A lot of choices, survival choices, are safety. But are they really necessary anymore? Are they really the best choice anymore? Or did that perhaps work in another time? Was that a choice for another time? Can we do it different this lifetime? Can we still nourish and nurture and enjoy those relationships while being truly who we are here to be? Allowing and flowing with that, dancing with that, instead of just holding on to old ways of being that make us just feel safe and comfortable, but in a way that just blocks the growth, blocks the expression. Just being willing to be a little bit uncomfortable and feeling that you can be supported in that too. Finding like those roots going down deep into the soil as if you're a tree, finding that support, finding that resources and nourishment, that finding what it is in your environment that really supports and nourishes you, being who you're here to be, doing what you're here to be, contributing, sharing. What nourishes that? What supports that? Imagine you have roots going down deep into the soil that can just find that and be held and supported by that. This is a very grounding experience today. Living our purpose. The next level experience. It actually comes from a really grounded place where we feel safe and held and supported to reach out and up and do new things, into the new, into the unknown, from a really grounded, connected place. Yeah, I really feel the energy is shifting and flowing here. And from that place, just allowing it to come to you, to flow through you. The energy of who you're here to be, what you're here to do, what that might look like and feel like, not from your head, but from your being. Just allowing that to flow through you. I feel like the energy is unblocked now. This can just flow. It's so natural, flowing from your divine blueprint, from your soul. How you're here to express yourself, and not censoring that or blocking that. Just allowing what comes to you comes. Just allowing that to begin to flow. Maybe even for the first time, what you love to do, what you naturally do. How you express yourself. How that energy wants to move through and express through you. Just like a flower shooting through the soil in spring. How does that want to express and grow? I'm feeling the sun as you open and let that expression come through. It's as if the sun comes out and shines and energizes that. Just feeling that opening to the light of your being, to the truth of your being. Letting yourself just feel what that's like, to open to that and allow that. You might feel a little bit vulnerable. You might feel really joyful. You might feel really soft. Feel really energized. What does it feel for you? Is there a color? As you open and allow that energy to move through you, are there colors? Is there a particular feeling to that? Joy or freedom, expansion, love, pleasure. And it's all energy. The soul's natural expression and purpose is energy. And you're just allowing that to move through you now and flow. It feels not blocked. It feels just really flowing, perhaps in a way that's not flowed before. And a sense of just looking after that too, like a plant coming up from the soil. You want to look after that, make sure that's not exposed to really strong sunshine in the middle of the day. You want to make sure that that's, you know, not in the gale force winds, and just nurture that. How can you nurture? I love that. How can you nurture this energy, this newness, there might be ideas or feelings that you're wanting to express. Things might be visual images. Just letting yourself feel into and come to you what that next level life is, where you're expressing next level life or business, next level relationships, where you're expressing more of you, who you're here to be, what you're here to do. What are you doing? How are you speaking? Has your voice changed? Has your posture changed? When you're expressing more of you, being more of you, when there's more flow and energy. How do you stand? How do you move? What do you wear? What does it look like when you look around you? Where are you? Are you in a new place? Are you somewhere outside in a particular landscape, or in a particular place that you love and enjoy? Where are you? Are there other people there? What are you doing? How does that feel? Let this come from a feeling place, from a deep place, not just from the mind, not from the old stuff and stories. Beautiful. I'm just feeling all this light and energy just moving through. And we are all just like in a circle, just sitting and sharing, having our own experience, but feeling this wonderful sense of support and sharing as well. It's a beautiful thing. Life is about sharing and connecting, inspiring each other, touching and sharing, touching in a sense of connecting metaphorically, just being touched by, inspired by each other. Like trees growing in the forest, they're just, the roots connect, and we're a community, like a community where we're, as one person, lives their dream and expression, so it's easier for the other person next to them to express, like a community of trees. See, if you see a tree just growing by itself, it's more open to the elements, but when we as a community, we share and grow together, that is like a community of trees, where the trees are more nourished and protected, and they're not exposed to the elements so much. They're just able to grow there and in their own way, in their own uniqueness. So it is, as we come together and share. Okay, so from this energy, let's ground it with thinking, with allowing. What are 3 things that you can do from this energy that express more of who you are, who you're here to be, what you're here to do? Express that joy, that feeling, whatever the feelings are for you, that freedom, that lightness, that energy of your soul, of your purpose. What's 3 things that you can do? But not big things. Often we do that. We have these big things that we want to do, and we push them into the future. Let's go with the small things. Even eating something that gives you that feeling, wearing something that gives you that feeling, going to a place that gives you that feeling. Let's make it easy. Let's make it easy to express more, to be more of who you're here to be, what you're here to do. Let's make it easy and just choose 3 things that are very doable for you. One of them might be a bit of a stretch, but they might be a bit of a stretch, a bit new, but they're doable. They're not things you have to plan a year or 5 years for. They're just things that you can do. Drive to a new place. Go to a new restaurant, or meet with someone you haven't seen for a while. Take that class you've wanted to take. And make that video and share with your community. Share something that's been happening with you, with a friend or with your family, something that's real, that you want to share. What is it for you? Wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you. I love when people just share what's paint. Wonderful, Rajnita. Yes. You might like to share what's coming to you. One of the things that's coming to you to do. Oh, plant more plants. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Can feel the energy of that, Rajnita. Exactly. Yeah. I love that. Plants have life and paint. Yeah, this is expression and yeah, beautiful, fresh, new energies. Exactly. Beautiful. That's the thing. So just letting that energy integrate for a few moments into your being. And being gentle with yourself when you're open to new energies, looking after yourself, you know, probably not suddenly going to a really busy, loud, stimulating place, you know, just letting yourself just integrate this and be with this and nourishing and supporting that if you, in the ways you can, you know, just giving yourself some space to just integrate the new energies and look after them. It might even be something that you'd like to bring into your life, just making a space in the day where you really honor and nurture these new energies and new feelings and new ways of being. You might like to spend some time in nature or spend some time writing or painting or in the garden, poems. Yeah, beautiful. Love that, Karina. Yes, poems, beautiful, exactly. Well, thank you. I hope that you enjoyed that. And, you know, I love group sharing because I'm like just inspired by that energy too, moving through me and sharing it as I share that with you. So I feel shifted by that experience too. Okay, so just giving thanks to the guides, guardians, teachers, masters and angels, all those who've been part of this experience today. Giving thanks to everyone who's joined today live, everyone who will join in the future at any time, watching and enjoying and sharing in this experience. Thank you for being with us and sharing with us in this circle of life, and breathing back into existence, the door between worlds. Just closing the Akashic records. Been working with sound quite a bit lately to just really clear the energies and complete whatever's needed. Sound is often very helpful to the process. I'm just going to finish up with some sound. Records are now closed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And make sure you're just, you know, it's quite a deep experience. It's taking time to I love that, Karina. Yes. Beautiful. That feels very flowing and yeah, expressing yourself in new ways. I love that. Yeah, I'm just allowing that energy to express through. Like even for me with the Akashic records, I very much express things through my body, and you know, even though it's different, just allowing myself to work with the energy of the Akashic records with my hands, because that's what my body wants to do, and it feels good. Sure, nobody else really does this, I don't think, but that's okay, because that's how my soul is wanting to express and be with this experience, and that's creative for me, and it's flowing the energy. And my hands just know what to do. Our body often knows what to do and how to express, but just the head gets in the way. You know, concern about what other people may think. So, you know, I'm really embodying that too, to being open to, you know, letting my voice flow through, letting what wants to flow through me, even though that feels a bit new and a bit uncomfortable for me too sometimes. But it's just, it feels good too. You know, that's often like that with new things. They do feel a bit uncomfortable, but they feel really good. They feel, just like really good. Like just allowing that. It feels good. So enjoy. I love to you know, if you want to share in the group, just, yeah, please do. We love to hear about what's come up for you, what's unfolded for you from this. So thank you so much for enjoying this with me, and have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are. Thank you.